Madam President, I rise today to call on my colleagues to vote in favor of the Menendez-Murkowski Amendment number 3705, which I understand we will be shortly voting on the floor, to provide implementation funding for the Firefighter Cancer Registry Act. Many of our colleagues supported the authorizing bill when it was before the Senate earlier this year, and it was subsequently passed and signed into law by President Trump. There are many words that come to mind when we think of firefighters: courage, heroism, and compassion. But tragically, there's another word all too often associated with firefighters, and that word is cancer. According to the International Association of Firefighters, cancer is now the leading cause of death among firefighters. We know that firefighters confront more than smoke and flames while on the job. They also encounter dangerous fumes and toxins and known carcinogens that pose serious health risks. The Firefighter Cancer Registry Act that we created is the first ever national cancer registry for firefighters, and the law directs the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to study the relationship between career long exposure to dangerous fumes and toxins and cancer. Our nation's first responders put their lives on the line every day, whether it's charging into a burning building on September 11th or fighting wildfires out west today. Every day, our firefighters strive to protect us. This is the least that we can do as a nation to protect them. I hope all of us can unite in support of this amendment, which will enable the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to carry out its mission in the Firefighter Cancer Registry Act. And I want to thank my colleague from Alaska, Senator Murkowski, for her stalwart commitment to this effort, both in the legislation that became law and in the process of trying to get this appropriation. With that, Mr. President, I yield the floor.
Mr. President.
The senator from Nebraska.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise today to offer a bipartisan amendment with my colleague, the junior senator from Wisconsin. Our measure would provide much-needed funding for the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency, or the